topper at Mary's with near perfect marks. He's a stellar basketball player and has won the district championships twice. A master debater and speaker, he is extremely focused and strives to strike the perfect balance between academics and extracurricular activities. But being consistent and successful in all endeavors can be highly stressful. Yet, it has never stopped this DD kid from setting large goals. Here's how to do it all, but still enjoy life. Armaan Mali discussing stress management.
A knife in the hands of a doctor can save a life, but in the hands of a murderer, it can take a life. It depends on how you use it. Stress in many ways is the same. You see, that's the reason why athletes and doctors can do wonderful things when put in stressful situations, while others crumble in the same environment. Stress is nothing but our body's response to an event or a demand, but today, it's just a misuse of our imagination, time, and energy. As according to Huffington Post, 85% of the things that we stress about don't even happen. And the things that do aren't as bad as we perceive them to be. To get to the science part of it, there are two types of stress, acute and chronic. Acute stress is the most common type of stress that we all feel in our day-to-day lives, and it triggers our flight or fight response. But when this acute stress is prolonged and it's increased, that's when it becomes chronic. Chronic stress is constant and it doesn't go away. You see, our body basically does what our mind and thoughts ask it to do. If we have a situation and consider it as a problem, then our body will be stressed. But the moment we change our state of mind, not seeing the situation as a problem, our stress response subsides. But in our daily routine, we don't even need this external stimulus or this situation, as our thoughts act as one for us. We believe, imagine, and perceive things to be stressful and get stressed before that event has even happened. We overanalyze things and in turn just paralyze ourselves. And the things that we stress about are very relevant. We stress about how others may think we are, and we compare ourselves with others, while rather we should focus on who we are and what we're becoming. Because how can you expect to lead someone if you're not confident in your own abilities? There's this common perception that leaders and successful people are always stressed. Well, they do have the pressure to perform, but they aren't stressed because stress hasn't got to do with having many things to do. It's got with not finishing what you've started. My point being that it's your mind and thoughts that dictate what you will be, and when you can control your thoughts, which in theory may seem easy, but if you can control your stress levels. But though science may suggest all of this, I know it's easier said than done, as we humans love to stress about everything regardless of the outcome. If we don't get good marks, then we stress. If we get good marks, but our friends have got more than us, then we stress. If we don't have a job, then we're stressed. When we get a job, we stress even more. When a person is not getting married, they're stressed. And when a person finally gets married, the less is said, the better. But on a more serious note, today's adults and children have a completely different meaning for stress management. They believe smoking a pack of cigarettes or drinking a bottle of alcohol will alleviate all of their problems and relieve their stress, while actually it's the opposite. You see, when a person smokes, nicotine reaches the brain and releases a chemical called dopamine from our body. This chemical gives us the feeling of relaxation and a pleasure, and our body craves it again and again. But during these times of perceived relaxation, our body is actually facing more stress, as lesser oxygen is available to the brain, our blood pressure and heartbeat increase, and our muscles become more tense. Yet, I do agree that there are people who face difficult experiences and problems in their lives, and it is tough for them to manage their stress. It may be due to the death of a loved one, an illness, financial problems, and sadly, but most importantly in India, it's the exams and their results. You see, when stress is in check, it leads to depression. And when depression is in check, it leads to suicide. As my friend Zaki said, every hour, one student commits suicide, or at least attempts to commit suicide, according to the National Crime Records Bureau in 2015. Every hour, ladies and gentlemen. This just shows us how vital an aspect stress management is, and we need to address this problem, and not only with children but with adults as well. And our failure to do so up till now has led our country to have more suicides than we have homicides. People are killing themselves more than they're killing others. And that is something to worry about. Everybody over here, to a certain extent, has a stable home and some financial security. So most of our stresses, I won't say all, but most of them aren't as serious as those who have nothing. You see, stressing out gives our brain some work to do, but it takes us nowhere. Stressing out is a choice. It lies in your thoughts of the future. It's difficult to control your mind and thoughts and how you react to things, but we need to realize that life is only 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. Stressing out is like walking with an umbrella, waiting for it to rain. If we don't laugh on the same jokes, why do we have to cry over the same problems? It's never the stress that kills us. It's our reaction towards it. It's our attitude towards it. And life is like that. You are going to face problems, difficulties, and you all know that. You can't control everything that happens in your life, but you can control how you react to everything that happens in your life. And that's what determines who you become and who you are. Life is short, so don't stress about the things that don't matter. And the things that do matter shouldn't make you stressed out. This speech isn't given to you as motivation, but it's just to clarify what stress management is. And I agree that a 5-minute speech won't reduce your stress, but if we can practice all of this, maybe then we can lead a more fruitful life. So just remember this. In life, it's never the load that breaks you down. It's the way you carry it. Thank you.